Tonight, the Blue Jackets take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And, Jody, they went into Chicago on Saturday. They needed a bounce-back game after losing here to the Islanders on Thursday. I don't think they could have drawn up Saturday's game any better.
No, they did a great job. They jumped on the Chicago Blackhawks, who were rolling along pretty good at home. And then the second period, there was a lull. There was a pushback from the Blackhawks. But the Blue Jackets, at the end of the day, had a huge performance out of some of their big guns. And some of their youth was in the lineup, too. So it was a fun night in Chicago. Got some momentum back. Big game here tonight at Nationwide Arena.
Let's talk about some of that youth. Of course, Cole Sherwood, who is a Columbus native, made his NHL debut. In fact, he's going to make his home debut in this game tonight. Eric Robinson is another young guy that played in the game in Chicago. Now, he debuted about 10 months ago, and he says for him, one of the keys is not to get overexcited, just take what is given to him.
Yeah, I mean, I try and do the same thing wherever I'm playing, just keep it simple, not try and do too much. You know, you just got to stay focused on it. You know, you can't get too excited. You know, you get the puck suddenly, you think you can make plays that aren't there. So just keep reminding yourself to play a simple game, I think, helps me a lot out there.
Eric Robinson, number 50 for the Blue Jackets, speed. He's got a lot of speed out there. And the more comfortable he gets in his position on the forward, on the wing, you're going to see more of that speed. He's a guy that's playing his 6th National Hockey League game now. He seems to be getting more comfortable, and that's a key for him. We'll see his assets maybe come out here tonight.
Let's talk about another young guy who has become a major focus of this team, and that is Pierre-Luc Dubois. Go back to Thursday, he did not have a good game against the New York Islanders. Go to Saturday, he started the scoring. He was dominant along with his line mates Cam Atkinson and Artemi Panarin. And he says tonight, as the Blue Jackets take on the best team in the NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning, they've got to be proactive.
You know, statistically, it speaks for itself, you know, and how many points they have, and they have a really good team. So I think it's the type of team that if you just sit back and try to defend as much as you can, you know, they're good enough to just pick you apart anyway. So might as well, you know, fight fire with fire.
Pierre-Luc Dubois, the number 1 center iceman for the Blue Jackets. What a goal the other night. Short side, top shelf. His line rumbled through that game. I loved the celebration in Chicago after that game. That was fun. But anyways, he's a guy that's an impact player. And tonight he's going to have his hands full out there against some of the best players in the National Hockey League. I think this guy loves the test. Look for him as a 20-year-old maybe to lead the way.
The Blue Jackets have really struggled against the Tampa Bay Lightning in general over the last couple of seasons. But this is the number 1 team in the NHL. They have been tearing it up from opening night until this point. So the Blue Jackets have their hands full here this evening. Who are some of the best players on the Lightning? We could probably list about 10 guys. We're going to pick 3 right now and tell you about them. Let's start on the blue line with Victor Hedman. And then when you get up front, you've got young Braden Point and, of course, Nikita Kucherov.
Kucherov, leading the National Hockey League in points. He's dynamic and dangerous all over the offensive zone. He's an all-star and one of the superstars in the National Hockey League. Braden Point, not many people talk about this guy, but he's a guy you like to love. He's a guy that does it all. He leads the Lightning with 33 goals, one ahead of the sniper Stamkos. He's having a remarkable season. And then one of the leaders, if not the leader on the back end, is Victor Hedman. 6'6" defenseman. He can skate. He's a full package. Very smart player back there. He's a guy that the Blue Jackets have got to get through if they're going to get any goals here tonight and make those forwards defend. That's a key. We say it all the time, but you're right. Playing the top team in the National Hockey League, face the challenge and make the offensive guys play in their own end.
All right, it's time to go beyond the numbers. It's being brought to you by Ohio Credit Union. What's your number?
Number 88, Cole Sherwood makes his hometown debut for the hometown team. The first kid from Columbus to sign an NHL contract with the Blue Jackets, to play in an NHL game with the Blue Jackets, and now to play at Nationwide Arena for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So Cole Sherwood, number 88, good on him. Look for him to be flying out there tonight.
I talked to him this morning, and I asked if making your debut in Chicago makes it a little bit easier tonight. He said, yeah, just a little bit, although he'll have to deal with tickets for friends and family.
Yeah, that's no problem. It's a great problem to have. Probably one he's dreamt about for a long time.
Absolutely. All right, that's brought to you by Ohio Credit Union. They also bring you my daily CBJ in 30 podcast, and you can get it at BlueJackets.com, on the CBJ app, or you can subscribe at iTunes, Google Play, or Spotify. That'll do it for tonight's Rink Report. For Jody, Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.